Today we are playing the coolest self-mill deck that I have ever put together, and it does a little bit of everything. You can win by going wide, you can one-shot the opponent out of nowhere, but best of all, we get to play some Glarb. That's right, guys. Today we've got a really fun list for you, and it's running a ton of cards that you probably haven't seen played a lot. Things like the Myco Tyrant. This is what the deck was built around. This is a fungus creature that comes in as a 1/1, but at the end of your every single turn, however many times you've descended, you're going to create that many fungus tokens that are 1/1s, and its power and toughness are going to get bigger by the number of fungus you control. So this is going to get massive, and you're going to be able to go extremely wide as long as you're filling up the graveyard at an efficient pace, which is why we get to run Glarb, my new favorite card. I love saying this card's name. It's a 2/4 death touch creature, good body, but it also surveils for 2 just by tapping it every turn, which is really good value. And on top of all that, you get to play cards from the top of your deck, which is really, really helpful. And in the early game, we're milling ourselves out with Vermin, Urborg, and Cruel Somonophage. I have no idea how to say that, but you're going to be milling yourself out. This and our Urborg are going to get bigger based on the number of creatures in our graveyard, which we have a lot of. But the Souls of the Lost here's another big win con of ours. This guy gets power and toughness equal to the number of permanents in your graveyard. So if you can get this down, self-mill yourself a bit, this thing can get really big by itself. But if you follow it up with a Jace and -5 and hit yourself for 15 mil, this thing can one-shot the opponent. It gets over 20 very, very easy. So this thing can surprise the opponent out of the blue. We do it today quite a bit. And then the last thing I really want to talk about here is Season of Lost. I feel like there is no better deck out there to synergize with the Season of Lost than this deck right here. Because we are going wide with the fungus tokens, we can force sacrifice on the opponent's creatures as well as our own. And then when we sacrifice those tokens, we can also draw cards off of those tokens. But really that third one there, the 3 paws, nobody's playing that because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But for us, it does. Every time we do the 3 paws, we get to drain the opponent's life based on a number of creatures in our graveyard. We have a lot of that going on, guys. We're going to be putting tons of creatures in our graveyard, so that can actually end a game as well. So super synergistic with the build and a lot of fun, man. This deck was actually surprisingly very good, and we put it together pretty quick. So I'm surprised at how well this thing actually popped off for us. So hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys here at the end. Peace out, guys. All right, guys, we got a fun one for you today. Opening hand here looks keepable for sure. We've got ourselves our Vermin right into our Lost. And do we want to surveil right away, or do we want to try to get it cooking? Let's try to get it cooking immediately here. This deck has been so much fun, by the way, guys. We've if we can get a Myco Tyrant down, this deck goes crazy. We're trying to pull off that combo first and foremost. Seasons of Lost, spectacular in this build as well. The synergies have been really, really good. I'm really happy with how this thing has been going. All right, what do they take here? Probably a Season of Lost, right? Honestly, if they take my... Oh, wow. Okay, I'll shoot. You can have it. You can have it. Let's go ahead and attack in here, and then immediately we're going to sacrifice it to bring in our Souls of the Lost, which is, by the way, a card that we won on like turn 4 with, because we dropped down a Jace following this up like turn 3 or 4 minus, and then we just freaking smashed him for like 15 damage. It was awesome. Do we want to get anything back from the graveyard? Yeah, I'll probably get back the Glarb, because Glarb is really good. So let's play this down then. Let's attack in for 3, and then the Retstein comes in, grabs the Glarb, which will make our Lost a little smaller, which is fine. We're playing the long game here. Glarb is awesome because we can play off the top of the deck, which is so cool. They definitely took out the wrong creature there. And we have another Glarb. That goes to the graveyard, makes this even bigger. They are taking a bit of a beating here. Hopefully it's just a lot of spot removal, because if we can avoid you know, the Souls of the Lost getting taken out here, and the opponent focuses their resources on the other creatures, we could just beat them here in the next couple of turns. Oh yeah, that's good for us. We like that. We like that. Surveil. See ya. Surveil some more or what? No, let's do this first. Let's do this first. Okay. And, ooh, I want to get that in the my hand, not the yard. I'm going to surveil. Hopefully there's something underneath it that can go. Perfect. Glarb. That takes this to lethal. That forces them to have to block here. Boom! All right, I think we got him, guys. Unless they have a sweeper, of course, that would be pretty bad. They should have taken this. That's the card I thought they were going to take. I was actually pretty worried about it. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's GG's, right? That's GG's. Sacrifice, sacrifice, draw some cards, or deal some damage. Let's deal some damage. Makes no difference to me. Makes no difference. I could draw some cards, but they're dead anyway, so GG's. Let's go, dude. We're gonna take out both their creatures, swing through for 14, deal, you know, X amount of damage based on how many creatures are in our graveyard, which I'm sure is absurd at this point. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like 8 or 9 there. Crazy. Yeah, so that's the other beauty of playing like decks that people just have no idea what the heck you're trying to do, because if you're playing weird stuff, the opponent doesn't know like which card to take out of your hand and what sort of things are good and not good. So it's kind of nice to give them the curveballs, you know? Not a lot happening here to start this thing off. If I can find a Glarb or like a Jace, that'd be pretty awesome. All right, we got Is It. We attack here. And then we play the Myco Tyrant. Oh, wow. Interesting choice to block there. I'll take it. Makes my Season of Loss a little bit better. Gotta get surveilling here a little bit more, though. Hopefully we can just maybe find a Surveil land or Glarb. Those are kind of the two cards I'm hoping for here off the top. Okay. Do you have nothing here? What's going on? Don't play games with me, man. Don't play with me, man. Impulse is fine. It's like Spell Pierce, like those types of spells, the 1-mana counter spells don't target creatures typically, so that's gonna land. Good. Myco Tyrant is cooking. We've got the Season of Loss ready to go next turn. We love that. 2-mana open scares me though. Obliterating Bolt. Okay, well that takes away the mana problem. No way. Dude, this thing is ridiculous. Making things cheaper like that. Glarb is awesome. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 damage here if I want to. Or I can sack 1 creature, draw 1 card. I don't like that Mentor being out there, I really don't. I'm gonna go for it. Let's sacrifice to draw. Draw 2 cards? That's kind of nice. I actually didn't even think about that as a possibility there. That works for me. All right, cool. I like it. All right, that thing does what exactly? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, they get a loyalty. Creates these otters. Draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. All right, let's get this Glarb down. Ooh, we got a Jace on top. We do love us a Jace. Let's see if they're willing to trade here, actually. I don't think they will. Oh, they do. Okay, they trade. Because I was wondering if I should sacrifice that token or not. So now we gotta discard a card if we want this down on the field, which I'm okay with. We don't need 2 lands. But do I want to surveil right now? We know we want the top card, right? Yeah, we know we want our top card, so I'm not gonna play this. I'm gonna hang on to it. Because surveilling later for like a Myco Tyrant to get stuff in the graveyard and descend could be important. So I'm gonna hang on to the surveil land. It was a bit awkward there. I definitely wanted to sacrifice my token to play the Lost. I didn't think they would sacrifice their prowess creature like that, but to each their own, I guess. Hopefully my creatures are just too big to burn, you know? Hopefully that they won't be able to handle them, but there are bounce spells.
It's time to embrace the local culture.
Glarb is burnt to a crisp. Nice. Now here's where things get really, really fun. If Jace resolves, this could be wild. Come on, Jace, resolve for me, baby. Ah, come on. Dude, Jace being able to minus and do 15 mil on myself would have been a one-shot there. So that's a bummer to lose that one. But you know what? We get rid of the otter. I'm cool with that. We've got a creature that's definitely way too big to burn. It should be too much for them to handle, you would think. We'll see. I think this is a winning situation for us, but it all comes down to whether or not they can bounce it, I guess. Which looks like they can, I guess. I don't know. They're touching it a lot. I don't like that. So they level up this to level 2. Whenever this cast becomes 2, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. What are their options here? All right, they take impulse. That's good. Ooh, I love that. Okay. I'm gonna attack first though, because I don't want to take things out of the graveyard. Because if I do, it's gonna make my creature smaller. Go ahead and hit your impulse. We know that's your play here. Which creature am I bringing back though? Myco Tyrant's obviously the fun one. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Myco Tyrant. I guess it doesn't have to be, but yeah, it's definitely the one I want to bring back. All right, we've got lethal on the field. What are they gonna do? What does that do on its final level here? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1 otter with prowess. Wow, okay. Okay, oh, that's huge. Let's go. That is a huge find right there. Bonnie's gonna start ramping us up here. If we attack, they block here for sure. They take 4. Or not. All right, let's play this land. Glarb. I love me some Glarb. All right, we do not like that, man. That was rough. I want to play this again, but then I'd have to sacrifice my 7/7. Let's just end the turn. Let's just end the turn. They're doing a really good job of annoying me, that's for sure, but finally, okay, we finally got rid of them. Dude, that was annoying. They had every little piece to keep them scrounging and keeping them alive there. All right, I've got the Myco Tyrant in this one, and I've got some sweepers. I guess it's worth trying out and seeing if we can't get this rolling. A couple of surveil lands early too, which is nice. It's such a good card, it really is. But I don't have anything in the graveyard yet, so let's send it away. Uh-oh, mono black discard. That's not good. The Bonnie's gonna be very important here in order for us to draw a bunch of cards. All right, right, let's surveil again. It's a land. I'll keep that. All right, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'd like this matchup. All right, they take our sweeper. No surprise there. Did we go Myco Tyrant here? I think so, right? I mean, there's really no other play to make. If this can, you know, at least survive one turn cycle here and we can get some milling going off the Cruel, we'll be all right. But yeah, that's what I was worried about. The Liliana minusing here is just too good.
Nobody knows.
If I had gotten a lot of extra bodies on the field though with those 1/1s, they would have had a really hard time dealing with that. We got another one. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. All right, the opponent pluses 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, this sucks, but I think I have to give up the Bonnie here. I really do. And then they just discarded this, which tells me they have another one. You would imagine, right? Yeah, that's gonna do it. I don't think we can come back from this. The opponent's just a little too ruthless at the moment. A little too ruthless with the discarding. Well, we found our weakness, it seems like. Little -2. Now we have no cards in hand. Bonnie's gone. No card draw happening here for us. Maybe if we had gotten down a 1 and a 2 drop back to back or something like that earlier into the game to get the Myco Tyrant some breathing room, we would have been fine. But as soon as we had started making the Myco Tyrant go wider, things like Liliana become much more difficult for the opponent. But when it's just the Myco Tyrant on the field, these -2s are just brutal. So unfortunately, that's probably going to do it. I'm going to wait and see what we top deck here. I don't think there's anything that, you know, we could top deck that would help us. And I stand a little corrected here. That's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. Let's try this again for the 3rd or 4th time. All right, that's good. It's a land.
Drop it.
All right, here we go. They got 30 life right now. That's crazy. Oh, okay. It's a helpful card. It is a helpful card. Keep that at 1. Get the 6/1/1s. We're still dead here no matter which way you slice it, unfortunately, because the opponent has Shieldred. So all they got to do is hit us with the Deep Cavern Bat and then pass the turn. And then I bleed out from the Shieldred and also the Bandit. So there's that. Yeah, they see it. They see it. I mean, it was closer than you might think. I mean, having a 7/7 and a 12 damage creature on the field, if I could have just stayed, I don't know. Those Lilianas really sucked. All right, we can't ask for a much better start than this, so we are gonna hang on to it. Urborg on 2. Okay, we'll keep that on top. Anytime we get those on top, we want to keep them because they don't necessarily fuel anything by going to the graveyard. Most things like the Urborg need creatures or permanents to be in the graveyard. All right, let's get Urborg number 1 down. Boros is an interesting color scheme. Let's see what they're working with here. Nothing, huh? All right, let's surveil. It's not bad. Pumps up the first Urborg. We go in for an attack. Urborg number 2. I am a little bit worried of sweepers here. Gosh, if it's the opponent's running sweepers, we might be in trouble, actually. Temporary lockdown is brutal. That is brutal. Come on, Glarb. Land. Not a land. Tough. That's tough. And they have an abrade. Okay, they're doubling up on the removal. I like that. I do like that. That tells me probably no sweepers available to them right now. They send it to the graveyard. They do. Nice. Glarb number 2. Come on, Glarb. Yes. Okay, so we got Glarb down. We don't think they have another sweeper here. If they do, it's probably temporary lockdown. A land on top is actually really good for us because we play the land. We play the Myco Tyrant. We go heavy millage. We do some surveilling. And we got 6 on the Myco Tyrant, assuming it survives. Yep, it's dead. Okay, that's tough. That is tough. Man, the Myco Tyrant dream just not hitting right now. Nobody wants to see the Myco pop off. Land is good. I don't know if I want to use this yet to attack or if I want to use it to surveil. I'm gonna play the Honest Rutstein here. We're gonna go grab... Man, the Bonnie seems fun, but Myco Tyrant just synergizes with the rest of the field so much better. Which means I'm probably gonna end up surveilling here. Perfect, 2 lands off the top. More land, that's crazy. All right, the Tyrant gets bigger, maybe. No, dude, I'm so sick of the burn spells, man. They let me get the 3 critters though, which helps with the Season of the Loss. Never mind. All right, we're switching up the tactic here. We're going with the biggest things we've got, and we are going to smash their face, because I don't think going wide is the play here. I think smashing their face is absolutely the play from here on out. Okay. Fine by me. That just makes my other 2 creatures bigger. It gives me a bigger burn on this. Get lost on the Glarb out of the 2 options you had there, other 2 options. That's kind of crazy. Let's see what happens here. We'll keep that on top. So we've got 6 creatures in the graveyard right now, which is more than lethal here, so they can't counter this. It's probably GG's. GG's, Season of the Loss, man. This has actually been a very good card for our build, man. It's a nice little way to just sneak that a little bit of extra damage through to win the game like that. It's so nice. If I could ever get the Myco Tyrant down and people stop killing it right away, we can have some real fun with that card. I completely forgot to hit record on this game. I am going first and had a pretty good hand. Played my surveil land. We just we kept the land on top here, so that's where we're at right now. That was a whoopsie. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna play on turn 2 here the Urborg. I think I like that. Up against Boros. Okay, let's see if they've got a ton of burn or not. Let's see. Oh, they're gaining life. Okay. That's different. Glarb! Pass the turn. Yeah, sorry for not getting the beginning of that game there. I was all talking to myself and I looked over. Must have not clicked it when I thought I did. Herbrus Forge. Yeah, we blocked that. I mean, right? All right, sweet. We've got ourselves a situation here. Okay, let's go ahead and drop down the land from the top of the deck because we could use that. And then let's go ahead and mill. Actually, no, let's do this. Let's get this down. Mill myself a little bit. Play this. Sacrifice a permanent. And then we'll, ooh, we'd like the Jace on top here. I really want to get that Jace. I am going to just attack here because I could probably end up winning the game next turn if I get this Jace down. I was going to use Glarb's ability there to surveil, but if I have a Jace sitting on top, I cannot pass that up. All right, so the opponent really doing a lot of setup here, but unfortunately for them, their time is kind of up right now, depending on what we hit with Jace, but I have a feeling it's going to be enough. It should be enough here. Let's go surveil. Land can go. Jace. And then we go ahead and hit them ourselves with +5 on the loyalty here. -5, I should say. 15 cards. And bada bing, bada boom, just like that is GG's. 18 damage straight up from the Souls of the Lost. That's ridiculous, man. You get a Jace down after the Souls of the Lost, you got yourself a one-shot kill pretty much every single time. All right, the opponent gets to go first. Our hand looks okay. Not nearly as good as the last game, I don't think, but it looks okay. Oh, wow, another Rule Somnifage. How do you even say this? Somnifage? I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. All right, they throw down a recruit here. I'm gonna play this to mill myself. Okay, not ideal. If this becomes a target of a spell or an ability, they get a 1/1 counter, so Jace is not gonna be a good plus for that. That's not good. I'm gonna need to see my sweeper here if we're gonna get this ball rolling. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. Let's get this down just to do some chump blocking for now. That couldn't have been better, to be honest. And we threw one away too, so I was really, really scared that we weren't gonna pull that out, but we got it. So if they attack though with the Ace Archer, all rabbits and tokens get these 1/1 counters. We'll absorb as much as we can here. 3, 4, 5 creatures on the field for the opponent right now. Not good. If they put more creatures on the field, that's going to be a really tough Season of the Lost for us to get, you know, to pop off here. Let's get this one down. This will block here and kill it. This could threaten to double block. Either way, let's get this one down too. We need to take out as many things as possible here because we know they're going to go even wider here on the field with another creature. So we got to start getting rid of some of these so the sweeper can hit better. Man, rabbits are scary. Rabbits and tokens got to be, in my opinion, one of the scariest things in Standard. I think if I had to play one list to go into Mythic with, it would probably be that. Okay, cool. So we see what they've committed to here, which is just basically, okay, wait. No, I didn't. Okay, wait, I'm at a 3. I'm at 3. We're good. We're good. We can block here. That's 9. No, dude, are we just dead here? Are we just dead here, really? Why did that have to come down? 4, 8, 12. Wow, that's got trample. That's a bummer, dude. I mean, it is what it is. We never got a chance to get here. If we had gotten here, ugh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Rabbits are the real deal, man. Ugh, freaking rabbits, dude. Okay, this hand looks decent. This hand looks decent. Uh-oh. We're going second against red. Fun stuff. Hey, we found a Glarb. That's big money right there. I mean, we could have guessed this was mono red, right? We should have probably looked at the sleeves and everything, but what can you do? Dude, the hero has got to be the most annoying card ever to deal with for me personally. Who knows though? Maybe they jump a little early with it on the Glarb being on the field, and maybe we make a good block. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, they shocked the Urborg. No additional pump spells being used. We love that. Man, part of me kind of wants to play the Vermin here, because if we can get the hero, that'd be kind of nice. It doesn't look like they have any more pump spells. No, I think we've got to get the Glarb down if we have the opportunity, right? If you can Glarb, you Glarb, you know? When in doubt, Glarb it out, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do. This opponent, though, got me stressed out a little bit. So there were, in fact, pump spells here. Getting rid of the hero, I think, is the best thing we can do, though. Alright, and then they make it dish out even more damage. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Nobody freak out yet. Let's see what this thing does for us. Let's go ahead and drop it down. Hit the mill. We get a creature and a Jace. So this would be 2. They can get a 3/3, or I could go with the Urborg and mill another 3. Probably should go with the Urborg here, because if we don't, the opponent's probably going to be able to attack through my Myco Tyrant, which would be a little bit smaller than the Urborg. I want to make sure my defenses are as high as absolutely possible here. That's good. Got the Glarb taking damage. Doesn't feel great. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't feel great. No attacks. I can't gain life with this on the field. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. If I can get a land off the top, that'd be nice. The only thing I don't want to see here, man, would be another mouse. If they get another hero, that could be pretty bad for us. Obviously, the opponent's holding onto a pump spell, which is why they decided to go this route. They thought I wouldn't fall for it or something. They get to draw a card. That's brutal. And they chose the wrong order. Love that. All right, let's get this down. I don't mind surveilling here. Let's look to try to close this game out. Let's try to close this thing out. So this would be a 4-4 and then a 10-11. Yeah, I think we're safe to swing in here for the 6. Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because all it takes is a simple lightning strike off the top for the opponent. Oh, man, I don't know if we're gonna pull this out or not. I really hope so. We got the Myco Tyrant finally going off for a couple of fungi. Let's go. That's big. That's big. That's big. That's big. Okay. Let's get this to surveil some more. Let's get this down. Auto pay would be what? 2 blue. So I'm taking damage. Taking damage for this. This could be a shock or something. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. These definitely go. 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I swing through with everything here, they'd have to block here and here. Right? 8, 9, 10, 11. I suppose they could block 12, 13. I don't know if this is the right move, guys, but I'm gonna try it. I think this will force them into having to block, you know, our bigger things. No surprise there. Okay, good. Good. Could be a shock in their hand. I hope not. Let's go. Oh my god, I was stressing out so bad. There were so many things that could have gone wrong there. So many things. They could have gotten a haste creature with, and that could have been a pump spell they were holding in hand. I didn't think it was a pump spell though, because they probably would have pumped up one of those creatures and made some sort of crazy block there, but they didn't. That could have been a shock that they were holding on to, which is why I didn't want to take that 1 additional damage to play this. Had I taken 1 more damage to play this, we would have gotten more milling going on, more bodies to block with. So there were so many variables there, and I honestly had to just roll the dice. I'm glad it worked out. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and hope you got some, you know, ideas off of this one. This one was a lot of fun. Self-mill is very interesting, and I know I didn't quite get to hit the Myco Tyrant as much as I would have liked to. Aside from that, the rest of the deck played extremely well, and we got to see a little bit of everything. The surprise one-shot, you know, with, what is it called? The Souls of the Lost. That card is sick, man. Being able to hit the opponent for like 20 plus damage in 1 turn after you mill yourself with Jace is so freaking cool. But yeah, a lot of things you can do with this deck, and I think that it plays the Season of the Lost. I feel like that card is super synergistic with this deck. Honestly, probably about as synergistic as you can get. But yeah, super fun. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. It really means a lot to me. And a huge thank you and shout out to everybody, you know, not only who made it this far, but also who is part of the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on the channel. So huge shout out. Sorry, I was about to cough. Huge shout out to everybody who's a part of that and helps support me monetarily every single month. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you for hitting that join button and joining up. It means so much to me. So thank you. You are appreciated. And yeah, we'll see you guys next video tomorrow with a banger, man. We've got some good ones this week, so stay tuned. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.